Good afternoon. My name is Violetta. I'm psychic from Canada. Today is July the 10th, 2018. And I would like to do a reading. First, I'm so happy that those boys were saved from the cave and everything turned out to be great. I have to admit, I was waking up myself 3 times in the night and going and checking the living room TV because I don't want to wake up my husband and checking if there are any news. By 6 o'clock on our time, we learned that all the kids were safe, and then there was still 5 more people to come, but it's a miracle. I'm so happy that everything turned out to be great. Okay, and yesterday, Trump announced that he has the new judge for the Super Court, and it's Kavanaugh. Looking at him, I thought, oh, another Mike Pence. Even the family can be cloned from Pence to Kavanaugh. What that means? It means that he is a career politician, no backbones, nothing like that. He will be doing what Trump wants him to do, obey the rules of the GOP, and will try it as hard as he can to help him. And by coincidence, I learned about 2 other judges, or maybe not judges, lawyers, who are deeply involved to help Trump. I was always wondering why Alan Dershowitz. You remember him? He was a lawyer who was helping OJ. He was not in the team, but he was always outside and giving advices he was speaking, and he was a professor, law professor, so he was giving a lot of advices to OJ's team. Eventually they won. But he was involving his students, even how legally everything will be, and now he's helping Trump. Okay, before I will jump to that situation, first I will say I would like to do a little bit, to do a mini reading about Brett Kavanaugh, the new judge. What kind of sweet cookie he is. I think many years ago, when he was helping Starr to do the process against Bill Clinton, he discovered that those presidents are very vulnerable, and then he was helping George Bush. So he thought if he will write that article, that will help him one day to gain the seat if they are in a similar situation. So he was thinking about that position many years ago. Even he's not that good. They couldn't actually accept him before, so eventually George W. Bush was helping him to get that seat, to be a judge. Okay, so who he is. Okay. The judgment. That's good for a lawyer, so maybe he will be fairly judging everything. Maybe we don't have to be worried too much, especially you, because he is in your country. He has a lot of energy. He is still very young. I hope my eyelashes are not going to unglue themselves. I will have to start all over. He is very energetic. Yeah, it looks like he likes to be in that spotlight, and he will be doing his best. He will make a lot of stupid mistakes. He will be doing crazy things to do for him, to please someone. Angel of work and excitement will watch over him. So hopefully he will get back and he will stand up in the line with the other judges and know what he has to do. And number 8 of wands. He has a nice long journey. He was waiting for that position for many years. Maybe that's what was his dream. Maybe he will try to be his best. So that at least is not as scary as they want us to know, to believe. I know that article that he wrote, that was premeditation for him because he wants that job and he knew how those presidents feels when they are in a hot seat. Okay, so now I will come back to the other two lawyers. One is a judge. First, I will say that a few days ago, my girlfriend Cheryl asked me, did I heard anything about the girl that was raped by Trump when she was 13? Vaguely. I can't say that I knew too much. And she said she was going to testify against him, actually put the charges against him. She did put the charges. Her lawyer was Lisa Bloom, daughter of Gloria Allred. Allred is the very outspoken lawyer who takes care of women who are abused or sexually abused. A lot of time she is standing up for women's rights. So Lisa Bloom, a few days before election, she pulled the charges and she said that her client, Jane Doe, was raped when she was 13 years old, 1994. But that lady was so afraid for her life, so she pulled her off, and she said she can't really deal with that. It's too much stress for her, and it's understandable. It's not easy to be in that shoes. Okay. And then I started researching a little bit about that girl, and I will check if she was raped, how that was, or why she pulled out. Was that only scare, or was she blackmailed in some way? We want to know why. This card loves me. Okay. She wanted to be on chariot. It's like respecting herself. She was afraid that pulling the door on Trump might pull something on her as well, and it was too much like holding two horses who are going different directions. She's probably married, and that may affect her marriage. King of Wands, something related to some young man, or that one we don't really know why she pulled it, because her lawyer was a woman. It was a lot of sleepless nights. The moon is usually a symbol of having a lot of to think in the night and stress. And eventually it looks like she renegotiated this, maybe behind the doors with Trump, and angel of negotiation, angel of temperance. So maybe he thought it's easy for her not to press the charges and let herself go free on a chariot instead of going through that drama and be always on the spotlight. But when I was doing that research about Trump raping that girl, the other name came out, and it was Jeffrey Epstein, multimillionaire, friend of Trump for many, many years. And Trump even wrote in some New York magazine how wonderful guy he is, how much they both love young women and so on. So Jeffrey Epstein, very sneaky guy. He was eventually charged for exploding young girls, for trafficking young women, for sexual abuse. One girl was saying that she was his slave for a few years and eventually she ran away in Thailand. Horror stories. And who was charged with him? That's not the same story. That's completely different story. That was in 2002, 2005, somewhere that time that he was charged, and he went to prison in 2008, I think, for 13 months. And he... So he went to prison. The prison was such an easy place for him to be. For 13 months he was just sleeping there, and during the day he was free. The both names came on the judge papers. Jeffrey Epstein's and Donald Trump's. It was in Florida, Palm Beach. Somehow Trump was completely smoothly moved out of it. And Epstein was in 2008. He was convicted. He went to jail, okay, for 13 months. And apparently he was abusing about 40 children. What a good jail, and what a low amount of time he spent. Why? Because he had a list of good friends. On that list, we have a Prince Andrew in 2001. Bill Clinton was using his Alita Express jet about 20 times. And Epstein owned as well Little St. James Island. St. James. Sounds really nice, but it looks like it was the hell. He was a devil, so he was creating little hell for those girls on that island. So Prince Andrew, 2001. Bill Clinton, many times he was appearing on the list of guests of that jet. Donald Trump too. Even Kevin Spacey. He was accused in 2000 of child abuse. And another lawyer, Alan Dershowitz. Dershowitz was he was the lawyer who was standing on Trump and Einstein's side, and he destroyed the reputation of those girls who were trafficked and so on, and he was able to destroy the reputation of them, of the girls. And the judge who was judging that claim, who led Trump to be dismissed, was Judge Alexander Acosta. Who he is now? He is a labor secretary in Trump office. Very interesting, I have to tell you. Comey was on something. Comey wanted to apparently open that story. He was doing investigation. And that was another thing that Trump didn't like it. He kicked him took him out of the office. So there was not only Russian story, there was as well the abuse VIPs who were using the young girls for the pleasures. Okay, so what we will ask? Would that story come ever to the surface? I'm not talking about the John Doe, but would Trump's name be again coming to the surface with the girls who were abused sexually? Probably not, because Prince Andrew, Clinton, and Alan Dershowitz, two big names to hassle them. But we will see. Crying over the broken relationship. That means, they were young and stupid, they were acting irresponsible ways. That maybe they will be pulled eventually to the surface. Who knows? They will be. The card is showing them being backstabbed. Good. They need that. They deserve that. Even they have to work on the stakes right now. It's not so easy, but eventually, maybe even Mueller will be able to find some information about that scandals. Because there was one girl who wanted to testify. Not Gloria. You can check for yourself actually on Lolita Express, or that's the name of the jet that Epstein and Jeffrey Epstein connection with Trump. There is so much, and the true story about Jeffrey Epstein. It's on YouTube. You can find a lot of nice information there. Okay, now I have questions about Trump is going to Brussels today. He's already in Brussels. I just saw him landing there. So how he is going to stir the pot with the United Nations? Yeah, I said to Leszek when he asked me that he will put them in a corner. What he is going to do. It's an elephant in the China store. How he is going to deal with United Nations. Like a judge, he is going to show them that he has the power. He is. You have to listen to me. Night of love. They will have to show him how much they love him. Oh my gosh. He will be isolated. The hermit. They will stand on another side. There will be 2 blocks. He's not going. No matter how much they had relationship, how much past they have, how much nice memories they have. 6 of Cups. That doesn't matter anymore. That doesn't matter anymore because he wants to be a winner and he will do everything what he feels he can do. I don't know how much he can win by pushing everyone aside. Who will be the lover? Maybe the Putin. He wants to please him. And we know he is so much in love with that guy. Or maybe Putin has different stories about Trump and we don't know yet. Of course, Galarov was making that video, and my girlfriend yesterday told me, did you notice that they are erasing Trump? I from that bed. I didn't see that. And then when she showed me, yes, there is a scene that you got me good in that song that he is erasing her. Okay, and now I have a question. Would Trump ask Putin to help him with the next election in November? Would he be asking Putin for help? Because they will have a nice, sweet bedroom talk to each other, so we want to know how that will be. Hermit. Leaning on a woman with money that Russia, family reunion, feeling like he will be controlled by someone. Oh, that one is the nicest one. Getting out of the borders, feeling that he doesn't belong to anyone who is behind the wall. Yeah, he will be isolated. He will be isolated. So he will be complaining to Putin, I'm isolated. No one wants to help me. Can you help me? Can you give me help? Woman with the money, independent woman who is always the one who you can lean on. Family reunion. He wants his GOP family to be a winner. But what can you do for me? You will be my slave. You will be doing what I'm telling you to do. You see that he has the blinded eyes and chain, the swords up, and he's lost in the mountains. Yeah, and he will sell his country for Putin. He will choose to be more friend with Putin than with his allies. Okay, I think that's enough for today. I hope something will come out of it. I'm glad that the last one was good with the boys and it came through. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for subscribers who are subscribing to me. And end of this month and the beginning of August and probably 3 weeks of August, I will be not as available as I'm usually. So whoever wants the Skype reading, please reorder. Please order on www.psychicvioletta.com. That's my webpage. I'm sending you my love. Enjoy yourself, and it will be a lot of information coming for the next few days. I hope I will be able to download this one because the last two videos I had such a problems with downloading. Okay, bye-bye.